Welcome to For Dharma Turn, your gateway to understanding the incredible resilience of the human brain. In this episode, we'll explore the profound impact of brain injuries and the remarkable recovery made possible through neuroplasticity. Together, we'll journey through the science and stories that reveal the brain's capacity to adapt, heal, and even regain lost functions, offering hope for recovery and renewal. Neuroplasticity, the phenomenon that allows the human brain to adapt, reorganize, and, in many cases, recover function after injury, is one of the most fascinating and promising areas of modern neuroscience. Over the past few decades, our understanding of this process has evolved significantly, providing new insights into how the brain can overcome severe damage and offering millions worldwide hope of recovery. Brain injuries have a wide range of causes and consequences, ranging from traumatic brain injury, TBI, to stroke and neurodegenerative diseases such as multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's, acquired through surgical interventions or poisoning. Each type of injury affects the brain differently, altering the complex network of neurons, synapses, and circuits that support vital functions such as movement, cognition, language, and emotions. In the case of TBIs, which are caused by physical impacts to the skull, the severity can range from mild concussions to injuries that cause severe structural damage, resulting in bruising, brain lacerations, and swelling. Strokes, on the other hand, can be ischemic, caused by blockages in blood flow, or hemorrhagic, resulting from ruptured blood vessels, both leading to cell death in critical areas of the brain. Neurodegenerative diseases, on the other hand, are characterized by a progressive decline in neuronal function, where the damage is more diffuse and less focused, but equally devastating. The complexity of brain injuries is also related to the phenomenon of diasthesis, where an injury to one part of the brain affects the function of other, seemingly unrelated areas due to the interconnectivity of neurocircuits. This means that the impact of an injury can extend far beyond the injury site, creating additional challenges for recovery. Understanding this phenomenon reveals the importance of a holistic approach to rehabilitation, considering the systemic effects of injuries. The brain's ability to treat these injuries is mediated by neuroplasticity mechanisms that operate at several levels. Synaptic plasticity is one of the primary mechanisms through which the brain responds to injury. This process involves modifying the strength of existing synaptic connections and forming new synapses, especially in brain areas not directly affected by the injury. This phenomenon is essential for functional recovery as it allows the brain to recruit new AIEs to take over the functions of the damaged regions. Synaptic plasticity is complemented by cortical plasticity, a process in which the cerebral cortex reorganizes its functions in response to injury. Studies in monkeys and humans have shown that, after injuries to the motor cortex, for example, adjacent cortical areas can control the affected muscles, allowing partial or complete recovery of motor function. This phenomenon is known as cortical mapping, where the brain soma to the brains, the representation of body parts in the motor cortex, can change based on experience and need. Another critical mechanism is neurorenewal, which involves neurogenesis, or the creation of new neurons, primarily in the hippocampus, a region crucial for memory and learning. Although neurogenesis in adult humans is limited, it plays a vital role in cognitive recovery, especially after injuries that affect memory and learning. In addition, the migration of neural stem cells to injured areas of the brain is an emerging area of research that can potentially transform neurological recovery shortly. Another critical aspect of recovery is compensatory P-elasticity, where intact areas of the brain take over the functions of damaged areas. This process is facilitated by intensive rehabilitation therapies that aim to maximize synaptic and cortical plasticity. These interventions, such as constraint-induced movement therapy, CIMT, have shown promising results in patients who have suffered strokes, helping to restore lost motor function. Many case studies and scientific research exemplify the brain's ability to recover from severe injuries. One notable example is the case of Phineas Gage, a 19th century railroad worker who suffered a traumatic brain injury when an iron bar pierced his skull, destroying parts of his frontal lobe. Despite the severity of the injury, Gage survived and continued to function, albeit with significant changes in his personality and behavior. This landmark case was one of the first to demonstrate the brain's resilience and ability to adapt, leading to new insights into the location of cognitive and emotional functions in the brain. More recently, neuroimaging studies of stroke patients have revealed the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize its functions. Patients who lost the ability to speak due to damage to the brain's left hemisphere, where the language center is located, have shown speech recovery after activating areas of the right hemisphere that are generally not involved in language. This phenomenon, known as interhemispheric transfer, is robust evidence of the brain's plasticity, demonstrating that even in the face of significant damage, the brain can find new ways to perform critical functions. Another example of remarkable recovery is seen in children who have undergone hemispherectomy, a radical surgery in which half of the brain is removed to treat intractable epilepsy. Although this intervention is extreme, many children demonstrate astonishing recovery, with the remaining half of the brain taking over functions usually divided between the two hemispheres. This is particularly impressive regarding language and motor function, where brain plasticity allows for remarkable adaptation. The recovery of these children challenges traditional notions about the fixed location of brain functions and highlights the extraordinary capacity of the young brain to reorganize itself. These cases, along with advances in rehabilitation therapy and new medical approaches, continue to expand our understanding of neuroplasticity and offer renewed hope for those facing the challenges of brain injury. Continued research in this field promises to develop even more effective interventions that fully exploit the brain's natural ability to adapt and recover.